Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Kelvin here. If you have been following the news, you might have seen supermarkets starting an egg price war. And oh yeah, Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter. Personally, I'm equally interested in both news. But for this video, I'll be discussing why Elon Musk is so obsessed with buying Twitter and what you should expect if you have invested in Twitter. But before I start, I would greatly appreciate it if you can help to tap the like button. In return, I will show you a dog who's thinking about something. Alright, let's start right now. Okay, if you haven't been following the news, let me share a quick summary of what happened with Twitter so far. On 4th April, it was announced that Elon Musk had bought 9.2% stake in Twitter, making him the largest shareholder, if we ignore the fact that Vanguard went and bought 10.3% of Twitter. Right after the news came out, Twitter stock jumped by over 25%, going straight to the moon. However, did you know that the whole saga started way before this? So in January 2022, a guy named Dinesh D'Souza tweeted this: "Tweets are fine, Elon Musk, but you can dramatically change the political and cultural landscape by first, buy and take over a major social media platform. Second, acquire or create a TV network like ABC, NBC or CBS. Third, create a world-class online university and offer degrees for free." To which Elon Musk replied, "Interesting ideas." And you know that this Dinesh guy is an inception expert, because I suspect this was what triggered Elon Musk to consider buying Twitter, which is basically step 1, buy and take over a major social media platform. As to whether he will acquire a TV network and create an online university or not, we will just have to wait and see. Okay, back to the present time. After Elon owns 9.2% of Twitter, the very next day, Twitter invited Elon Musk to join the board. Now, just in case you don't know what's the board, basically it's board of directors, which is basically the governing body of a company. They are elected by shareholders to make decisions for the company. Think of it like Lord of the Rings. The board of directors will discuss how to get rid of the ring. Then one guy will say, one does not simply walk into Mordor. But unfortunately, no one thought of sending the eagles to fly into Mordor to destroy the ring. But anyway, back to Twitter. Elon Musk was actually quite excited to join Twitter board. But hold up, Twitter has a condition. Elon Musk can't own over 14.9% in Twitter if he's the board member. According to a former SEC chair, if Elon Musk is in the board, he has to get approval from other directors and officers, and that will restrict his freedom to operate. Of course, Elon Musk doesn't like this, so he just gave up and went back to making cars and robots, and everyone lived happily ever after. Just kidding, Elon Musk is not the kind of guy who gives up easily. So he rejected the offer to join Twitter's board, and you know he's not happy about it, because he started questioning whether Twitter is dying and suggested that Twitter should convert their headquarters into homeless refuge, then asked users whether Twitter should remove the W in their name. Then 4 days later, Elon Musk announced that he's offering to buy 100% of Twitter at $54.20, a 22% premium above the current price, all in cash. He'd be like, "Shut up and take my money." Now, this is basically a hostile takeover, and Twitter doesn't want that to happen. They'd be like, "Got money very big meh?" So they activated something called poison pill. If the name sounds scary, no lah, it's actually not scary. Basically, it's like this. If Elon Musk tries to buy 15% or more of Twitter, Twitter can print more shares. And when there's more shares, the stock price is going to drop, right? Because each share is worth a smaller piece of the company now. Then everyone except for Elon Musk will then be able to buy the stock at a cheaper price. This effectively reduces Elon Musk's holdings, so he can never own 15% or more of Twitter. In response, Elon says that the poison pill will be breaching something called fiduciary duty, where board members will have to act in the best interest of shareholders. That's because in a poll, he found that 83% of voters felt that the decision should be decided by the shareholders. And Twitter has been losing money every year. Elon Musk deal to buy up Twitter at a premium would actually be beneficial to the shareholders. All this reminds me of the Russell Peter joke, where the seller be like, "Be a man, do the right thing." And also, we all know this deal would definitely happen, because Jim Cramer said that this deal would not happen. Then finally on April 25th, Twitter announced that they will be accepting Elon Musk's offer. Shareholders were happy because the stock immediately went up by another 5%. Elon Musk was happy because he started tweeting rocket and heart emojis. Even a totally unrelated Dogecoin was happy about it and jumped by more than 20%. But do you know who might not be happy? Twitter's employees. Elon Musk has always been known to push his employees to the limit. And with Elon taking over Twitter, Twitter employees are now worried that their job will be much harder now. Twitter decided to lock down product changes unless they are business critical, because they are worried that unhappy employees might go and sabotage Twitter. So that was a quick summary as to what happened so far. Now, here's the most obvious question. Why does Elon Musk want to buy Twitter? Is it because he eat fufu, nothing better to do? No, there's a better reason. Some people were saying that Elon Musk is buying Twitter because he wants to whop big or earn more money. Well, yes, but no. First of all, Twitter is still losing money till now. If Elon wants to earn money, there are better investments than Twitter, like Tesla. Second, Elon Musk's net worth is 270 billion now. He's already one of the richest people in the world. In fact, he mentioned that he doesn't own a house, yacht, or go vacations. So he doesn't really need all the extra money now. To understand why Elon wants to buy Twitter, you can take a look at this tweet. Right below the rocket and heart emojis, he tells us the reason. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated. I want to make Twitter better than ever with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeat the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Okay, if you catch no bots what he just said, here's what he means. First, he calls himself a free speech absolutist, even though he himself has disturbed other people for having their free speech. But that's a topic for another day. He believes that if you want a functioning democracy, you need to have free speech. And since many people feel that Twitter doesn't follow this principle, Elon Musk wants to fix this issue. Second, open source algorithm. Right now, we don't know how Twitter algorithm works. Are they secretly censoring some tweets which they don't agree with, while promoting some tweets which are beneficial to them? Nobody knows. To fix this, Elon plans to convert Twitter to an open source model so that everyone can see what's going on, aka full transparency. Third, Elon wants to add an edit button which can store history so that everyone can see all the edits. And finally, he wants to fix the spam bots. In short, he wants to unlock the tremendous potential of Twitter. Now, is this still a good thing or not? Well, it depends who you ask. Some feel that it's a bad idea because you are giving up control of Twitter to just one man who is very unpredictable. Others feel it's good because Elon always tries to do things in the best interest of the world. With Tesla, it's transitioning the world to sustainable energy. With SpaceX, it's aiming to make human a multi-planetary species. With Neuralink, it's to expand human abilities and fix neurological diseases. With Boring Company, it's to improve transportation. And now with Twitter, it's to enable free speech. Personally, I think Elon's intention of buying Twitter is good. So I'm quite excited to see what he plans to do. Here's another important question. If you are a Twitter shareholder, what can you expect? Twitter has already agreed on the $54.20 price. So if everything goes through, investors will receive $54.20 per stock and Twitter will be delisted. If you have bought Twitter anywhere below this price, congratulations! The Tyson Ye has came to receive you. But if you have bought it at all-time highs, there's nothing much you can do now. You may be wondering, Twitter is only $52 now. If I buy now, I can make $2 per share. Is it free money? Actually, it's not just you. Many people in Wall Street Bets are wondering about the same thing. Okay, the deal is not finalized yet. It can easily be months before the deal goes through. From now to then, anything can still happen. If Elon Musk or Twitter change their mind, may God bless you, the stock will crash back down. So if you buy now, you can potentially earn 4% if the deal goes through. Or if the deal doesn't go through, you can easily lose 20%. Also, if you are trading options, you may be wondering, if they already agreed on $54.20, I can sell naked calls at $55. So is it free money? Again, many people are asking the same thing in Reddit. So here's the problem. First, As long as the deal is not finalized, anything can still happen. If they suddenly increase the deal price, or your naked cost will immediately go in the money. Second, there's very little volatility in Twitter now, so the options are super duper cheap now. Even if you sell a 2-year to expiry $55 call option, you are only getting $206 in return. And personally, I don't think it's worth it. There are way better stocks to sell options on other than Twitter, yeah? Anyway, that was a quick update as to what is happening to Twitter. But what do you think? Is Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter a good thing or not? Let me know down below. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.